Alright guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be doing the copy deck challenge, and it's self-explanatory. Basically whoever I beat, I have to copy their deck and win another game, and I'm playing a classic challenge to see how far I can get. So I actually got pretty far, so I'm starting here where I've already won 3 and I've come out with this deck. So we're at 3-0 right now. I have this E-Giant deck that I copied from someone, and we're going against another Giant player. So I start off with an E-Giant because not much I can do there with the minions, and I get the King Tower activation right away. So this matchup isn't great for me because he does have Sparky and a mini P.E.K.K.A. I am up a little bit of damage right now, but these two decks are going to be interesting to go together. So unfortunately mini P.E.K.K.A. does take out the cannon, so I do have to spend a Golden Knight on his Sparky, but otherwise everything's seeming pretty even here, pretty even elixir, and my King Tower is activated, so it's looking pretty good for me. I'm not freaking out or anything yet. So I'm just gonna cycle a baby dragon in the back as he puts his giant first. So I didn't know what else to play because I didn't really want to play Earthquake or Tornado and spend 3 elixir, and I also thought he'd put minions, so I went E-Giant right away. He did go minions, but he played them away, which is smart, and then he also zapped, so unfortunately my Inferno Dragon did not do much to the Giant here, so I didn't have to waste my Golden Knight, and it still got a few hits. But on the bright side, the E-Giant took out most of the minions and did some damage to the tower, so we're still looking pretty good in this match. Nothing too hard, and I probably shouldn't have done this, but I go Fisherman in the back, and the reason I shouldn't have done this is because it's just gonna pull the Giant closer to my Princess Tower. As you see, it says thanks. I should not have done that because he also zaps Inferno Dragon, so I just give him a free connection basically. But what he makes a mistake is I haven't played Mirror yet, so he plays mini P.E.K.K.A. and Sparky, and I'm able to go Mirror E-Giant on the other side and Golden Knight, and there's really nothing he can do. He has 0 elixir here, so he's just trying to push the right side, but luckily I get a cannon down to stop the Giant and an Inferno Dragon into the Sparky. And then I make a mistake. I try to Tornado it back, but the Sparky still gets a shot. And guess what? Mirrored Sparky also gets a shot. So yeah, there again. I'm up 1 Crown Tower and quite a bit of damage, but of course we're heading into overtime. So he goes Giant in the pocket as soon as I go E-Giant, so I have no elixir left. Unfortunately his mini P.E.K.K.A. does get 2 hits on the tower before I can Tornado, so now it's back to really anyone's game, because 2 more mini P.E.K.K.A. shots will take me out. So I'm just gonna go Fisherman in the back here, and he did predict my Inferno Dragon, but I go E-Giant at the same time, so his minions and skeletons all die. So once again my Fisherman pulls his Giant in, but he's going for the King Tower for some reason, even though it has a lot more health. So I just go Mirrored Electro Giant in the pocket, hoping to finish his tower before he finishes mine. And with the Tornado back and the Fisherman block the spot, there is 4-0. We're 4-0 in the Classic Challenge. And so here in the next match, I copied that guy's deck. So we're running the Giant deck, and we're against, you guessed it, another annoying Golden Knight Royal Recruits Zapdos deck. So this will be pretty fun. He does start off by playing like 12 elixir. I don't know why he did that, but I'm already up 3 elixir, 2 elixir I guess, and so I know I'm up elixir, so I'm just gonna start a Giant in the back, because when you're up elixir with these kind of decks, you just kind of want to start big pushes in the back. You don't want to go right away because he could play Royal Recruits immediately, and that would kind of take out your push. So he does go for Royal Recruits, but since he goes for them in the back, I have time to prepare, so I have a plan. I'm going to go Sparky, and then right before it shoots, I actually arrow the recruits so the shield comes off, and Sparky takes out all of them. So that was really nice play by me. I go bats on the left side to make sure no damage is taken. But otherwise, the right side tower does fall, and it's looking pretty good for me. Mother Witch only gets 2 royal arms, so I'm also up like 7 elixirs somehow. That's the thing with these like overpowered decks. Like, I'll play a push, he can't defend it, and he's still down 8 elixir. I did make a mistake here. The Golden Knight does dash with that one skeleton onto the tower. And I was kind of annoyed because it kind of shows how annoying Golden Knight can be and how random. So Golden Knight does actually take the entire tower. But luckily, Giant does do pretty good damage to his left side tower. So I'm not looking too bad because I'm still up like 2,000 damage. So as long as I play this right, I can win this. So he misplays Zappies as well, and I get the first Sparky shot on the Zappies. And he does have Mother Witch, but he keeps playing it too much to the side so that he gets no value. If you guys didn't know, arrows and Zap does take out Mother Witch, so I just did that to get rid of it. And Sparky does get a shot on Golden Knight, so I'm looking pretty good there. I just go Skeleton Army in case he gets his ability back, and Giant in the pocket. And he kind of failed his Mega Knight there because my skeletons are kind of destroying his Mega Knight. And my Giant still takes the tower, so right there I call a good game because I know there's nothing we can really do unless I really make a mistake with 15 seconds left. He even plays Mother Witch in the opposite lane, so I just arrows and Zap. And that'll be another game 5 in a row in the Classic Challenge. Yeah, that deck I played against is kind of annoying, but I guess Sparky does kind of counter Sparky and arrows. That's pretty good. So yeah, I copied his deck. This next match is actually probably one of the closest ones, maybe the closest one in the video. So yeah, make sure to watch this because it comes down at the last 2 seconds. But anyways, I kind of messed up and let his wall breaker connect, but he also messed up by putting his Valkyrie too early. So I got a free fireball on the tower, and now we're about even in elixir, but he is up a slight amount of damage. I probably shouldn't have played the Mother Witch there because I could have used it in any better ways because that only got 1 Royal Hoggy, but it's fine because he didn't really do anything about it. So I'm just going to go Zappies in the back because I'm going to be a toxic player with this deck. And unfortunately, the Bomber does, on the left side, if you see the Bomber does connect to my tower twice with the splash damage. But on the right side, I put my Flying Machine as well. So there's a lot for him to defend right now, and he doesn't have much elixir. So he did do a pretty good job. I feel kind of bad because this is like the deck I normally run except Goblin Drill, and I'm using this annoying deck against him. But it is what it is, copy deck. So he's still up damage, he's doing pretty good. I decided to take the right hit because I didn't want to waste any more elixir, and I knew it was going to come down to a 1-tower game because it was going to be so close. So yeah, I also didn't do the ability because I knew putting Bomber, he wasn't going to let me get the dash on that. So yeah, I just didn't waste the 1 elixir. So I have a Mega Knight, he plays Tesla. Okay, now I do get another Fireball in the Dark Goblin. Every time he plays Dark Goblin back there, I'm going to try to get a Fireball back there to take out his Dark Goblin. Here I go Royal Recruits to take out the wall breakers because I don't want to take any hits, and I feel like right now is a good time to start a push, so I go for Zappy's split as well, and he kind of has to split everything. Flying Machine is very annoying. He kind of has to fireball that every time, and since I put it in the middle, he can't really hit anything else. And if you see on the right side, this deck is just so annoying because 1 Zappy and 1 Royal Recruit connect to the tower, and there is nothing you can do but take all that damage. So the Goblin Drill does get a few hits, but I make sure Valkyrie doesn't connect on the right. And we have 20 seconds left in the game. I'm up a little bit of damage because of that 1 push. It got me like 1,000 damage. And I'm just going to go Royal Recruits again. this time in front of my towers so he can't go in with like wall breakers, goblin drill. Because if I went in the back, he could try to catch me. But here I'm going for another push. He's pretty much going to fireball my flying machine every time, so I'm trying to put him in a spot where he can't really hit many of my troops. So I do go with Mother Witch on the right to get that one hoggy, just to get a shot. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but one shot in this matchup is good. And then I also Barbarian Barrel to turn that bomber into one as well. And that actually gets 2 shots for me, which is really nice. So now we're up 300, but it's not looking amazing because he does have a bait deck kind of, and he has quite a bit of counters. He has Valkyrie and Bomber. And right there, he misplays his guards so that my Royal Recruit did get 1 hit on the tower. So right now it's actually looking pretty good for me. I went Mega Knight because I thought he'd go Goblin Drill, which he did. And I went Zappies. I kind of went Barbarian Barrel at the wrong time in there. I should have waited a second. And he got the Fireball, so he got quite a bit of damage there. So now I was getting a little bit worried because I'm only up 200 damage and we have a minute left in overtime. So I'm just trying to get as big a push as possible. I use the Golden Knight flying machine, he's just going to keep going Goblin Drill, so I'm trying to stop that. And here the wall breakers come. I thought I'm dead. But don't ask me how those wall breakers didn't connect, but I do not know how they didn't connect. So I just go with another Royal Recruits, and he goes for another Goblin Drill. 30 seconds. I'm kind of worried because I know he's just going to cycle back to another Goblin Drill, and he's defending perfectly. I go for a Fireball and miss the Dark Goblin. There's not much I can do. He goes for another Goblin Drill, so I go Mega Knight at the bridge because I know I have to do something. Unfortunately, my Zappy's coming down late, and now he's up damage, and there's nothing I can do. But on the right side, Flying Machine connects to the tower at the last second, and Fireball will take the tower to 178, and then we win on overtime. So that was very close. But he was at Elixir, and my Flying Machine managed to connect somehow. I don't know how I won that. Then we lost the next game, and I copied the guy's deck that we lost to. It's a very odd deck. So yeah. So now I think we're like 6-1, I think. Yeah, 6-1 right now, and I'm doing this weird Electro Giant Balloon deck, which I've never probably seen it once, but like I don't know what this guy is running. So I'm just gonna Tornado back the Skeleton Barrel, and unfortunately miss the Skeleton, but for some reason the Archer Tower reconnects to the Skeleton. I don't know how that happened, but you know what, that's funny. So he doesn't really do anything about the Blue Giant. He kind of lets me take half his tower with it. And luckily I do have Bomber, so I go Bomber and split Skeletons, and Royal goes on 11 because he does split wall breakers, so I want to stop the left side wall breaker. The right side one I'm more okay with, but here he kind of plays Rage, which is annoying because it takes out all of my goblins because of rework, and it rages his full Skeleton Barrel when I have no elixir. So yeah, just like that, Skeleton Barrel and Rage later. My tower's gone, and I don't know how this is gonna go. I know he's gonna ability, so I E-Giant to stop that and protect us from the Dark Goblin. That was actually pretty good timing by me because the Archer Tower connected to the Dark Goblin as well. So now he's down elixir, so I know if I go Balloon on the right side, he'll get damage because I can Tornado his Goblin Gang, and he has enough for this now. So my Balloon actually gets 2 hits plus the Death Bomb, and the Giant's locking up 2. So now all I gotta worry about is this. I know he's gonna raid, so I decide to take 1 hit and then take out the Skeleton Barrel, but it still gets half of my tower, even though I had all that splash. Because Rage and Skeleton Barrel are kind of broken, but not many people use it, so it's fine. So I played E-Giant in the pocket and got like 300 damage. I know he's going to ability again, so I do Goblin Gang to pull it up, and he doesn't connect to the tower. Unfortunately, Rage takes out the whole Skeleton army, but Tornado will save me for now. He is up like 200 damage, or like, yeah, 20 damage, so it's a really close game. He plays wall breakers, so I'm not sure what to do because he has log. I do go with Electro Giant. He logs, I play bomber knowing I have to get the tornado because it's too great. He still gets 500 damage, but he runs out of time. He tries to get the last second Dark Goblin game, but it's not enough because the bomber takes it all out, and that'll be 7-1. Looking pretty good here. Okay. Next match, I did forget to copy the guy's deck, so we are using the same deck, but it turned out okay because this match is actually a pretty close one, and I thought for sure I was going to lose. So here he goes with the Magic Archer. So this guy's playing a minor deck, and I know that he's going to have Bomb Tower most likely, so I still went with E-Giant though, because that's 8 elixir that I completely stop, and he has to play Bomb Tower. And he goes with the wall breakers, so I just tornado everything, hit the Bomb Tower. And now I'm like up 1.5 elixir. So it's not looking terrible. He goes Goblin getting the bridge again, so this guy's really trying to pressure me. I just go Skeleton Army on top, and here we are again. But I don't have Skeleton Army, which I don't know if he wanted to get that out of cycle for his minor or not. I could have played Goblin Gang, I guess, on it, but I'm gonna try to save Goblin Gang for his minor. So I go Royal Ghost in the back because, and he tries to minor my Royal Ghost, and I knew he would do that, so I put my Phoenix on the right so that Magic Archer doesn't lock onto the Royal Ghost and can lock on my tower. So yeah. He did unfortunately get 2 shots still, so because he tornadoed. So I'm just gonna go with an E-Giant in the back, trying to get up a push because I know I can't go at the bridge with his Bomb Tower. I knew he was gonna play Wall Breakers, so that's why I waited till 10 elixir so I could play my bomber as well, because I didn't want to take that damage. As my bomber walks up here, doesn't get any shots because of the Magic Archer. I know he's gonna play Bomb Tower, so I go for Balloon. But I don't think it's enough because he tornadoes, I tornado. Everything kind of gets taken out, but then he also has Goblin Gang. And if his Spear Goblins had targeted my Electro Giant, it would have been fine. They targeted the balloons, so I got no hits, but the Death Bomb. So right now it's looking like we've literally got 300 damage each in the full 2 minutes, so I don't know how close this is going to be. I'm trying to get his log out of cycle, but he just plays Bomb Tower. I don't think I knew that he was back to Bomb Tower. Yeah, it's not looking great because Bomb Tower completely counters. I go with a Frantic Balloon trying to get damage because he has Bomb Tower. And even tornado all that stuff back with the Magic Archer does take out. I do still get the Death Bomb, which is really what's carrying me in this matchup right now. I go with the Royal Ghost, trying to do as much damage to the Valkyrie as possible. Shine on the Magic Archer and Skeletons on the minor, but unfortunately both of the wall breakers connect. So right now I'm like down 1,200 damage, and I'm like no idea I'm gonna come back. But here he plays the Bomb Tower, so I go with Bomber in the back because I know if I can cycle to E-Giant fast enough, which I just did, he's not gonna have Bomb Tower. So right now I go E-Giant with 3 troops behind it. He has no Bomb Tower. He plays Valkyrie. I tornado everything in, and he plays Bomb Tower last second. Now he has 0 elixir, so I can go with Balloon and Bomber on the other side. And he still has 0 elixir, and he has to defend both sides. Instead of logging the Royal Ghost and the Phoenix Egg, he logs the Bomber, which I distracted him with, and that takes the left side tower. So yeah, if you're in like a matchup like this, you have to try to outcycle their tower no matter what it is. You just need to get a big enough push and try to outcycle their tower. This one we're currently 8-1 in the Classic Challenge, and I copied his deck. We're running the minor deck, and we're against another minor deck with Archer Queen and Poison. So interesting matchup because they're both minor decks, but they're just different variants. So I wasn't sure how this one was gonna go. He has goblins. I go Goblin Gang on Archer Queen, but he does unfortunately Ice Spirit, so I don't really get any damage there. I just go with the Valkyrie in the middle so that he can't use his ability, or if he does, it won't really get him much value. So he just decides to poison, and now we're kind of even again. The poison is going to kind of even it out for him. So he goes with Minor Ice Spirit. I decide to take the minor hits, but I don't want the Ice Spirit hit. And for some reason he splits Goblins in the middle, which lets my right wall breaker connect. And why I'm confused is because the left wall breaker wasn't going to connect anyways because it was low on health. So, not sure why I did that. It was a little mistake, but I'll take the damage. I go with the Minor in the spot on the left that won't get targeted by the other Princess Tower. And I also go with an annoying Magic Archer. Unfortunately, though, I do miss the Tornado, so that was kind of a waste of a lot of elixir. As you can see, he's up quite a bit right now, but I was able to predict his Minor, so even though he's up like 4 elixir, it is a Minor deck after all, so not much he can do. I don't know why I went Wall Breakers right away, because he's up a lot of elixir and he just has to play Cannon anyways for the Valkyrie, but it's fine, because he's just going to go Knight in that, so all I have to do is log in Goblin Gang. And now he's still up elixir, but I just play Magic Archer opposite lane, and he used his poison as his elixir advantage. So he did get quite a bit of damage, but now we're back to even in elixir. And I can actually go for a push here by doing Valkyrie Minor. Wall Breaker's opposite side to take out the cannon. I wanted to make sure to take out the cannon. And I tornado everything. See that Magic Archer gets 2 shots because of that tornado. That was the key. He goes Minor again. He keeps going Minor in the same spot. I have no idea why he's doing that, but I'm just going to go with another Valkyrie on the Knight to protect my Magic Archer. I'm going to go with another Wall Breakers Minor. I did the Wall Breakers to take the Ice Spirit shot. And now I'm going to go with the Tornado again. So Magic Archer gets not 1, not 2, but 3 whole shots in the tower. You can see how Magic Archer. I predict the same spot because he keeps going. He's been doing that spot the whole game, and of course he does it again. So now it's looking pretty good for me. I split Wall Breakers again, taking the Ice Spirit shot and pressuring. I go Minor in the back in case, and he does actually predict it, but not fast enough. So now he tries to get a frantic win here. I go Bomb Tower to stop the Archer Tower, or the Archer Queen, and I'm get 2 Magic Archer shots on the tower. So Magic Archer has gotten me like 7 total shots on the tower, and with a Minor log, that finishes it off, putting us at 9-1. What a great challenge so far. Copy deck is actually pretty fun.